Hi friends, kamusta? So welcome back. If you are planning to go to Canada, whether you are international students, workers, essential travelers, residents, or returnees, there is a new rule that you need to know, which is the mandatory hotel quarantine accommodation, or the IRCC called it mandatory hotel stopover. And we will discuss everything about it in this video, especially the step-by-step process to book for your hotel quarantine accommodation. By the way, if you don't know me, my name is Jason Jim and I am making videos about international students, workers, and even residents here in Canada. So don't forget to click the thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so that you will be updated every time that I post a video. Also, watch until the end of the video as I will give you the list of approved hotels that you can stay in Canada and the most important part about the cost or the money. Are you ready? Let's begin. So, the government of Canada has introduced further measures to help limit the spread of COVID-19 and its variants in Canada. They are advising travelers to cancel or postpone non-essential travel, and they mention that this is not the time to travel. So, people who travel by air for essential reasons will face new measures and expenses when they go to Canada. There is a checklist that you can go to so that you will know what to bring once you come to Canada. Go to canada.ca to know the checklist, and I will also link in the description box as well. So this is the checklist where you can find the documents before flying to Canada. And here, you will just click to find out if you can enter to the country. So you will just answer, you are a foreign national, and continue. So are you showing signs and symptoms consistent with COVID-19? Of course, no, I don't have COVID-19 symptoms. And then click continue. Next question, how do you plan on entering Canada? For example, you will be coming from another country. Click continue. And then which best describes you and your reason for entering into Canada. So as you can see here, for example, we will be clicking the international student and continue. So these are the list that you will need to have when coming to Canada. Alright, so let us now talk about the air travelers requirements. The first one is travelers must still provide proof of negative COVID-19 molecular test taken up to 72 hours before their scheduled departure time. The second one is, as of February 22, you need to reserve a government-authorized hotel for 3 nights prior to departure to Canada, and we will talk about it later on. The third one is, take a COVID-19 molecular test on arrival in Canada. The next one is, stay in the government-authorized hotel while awaiting the results of the COVID-19 molecular test taken on arrival. The fifth one is, pay for the cost of the hotel stay as well as the associated costs, for example, for the food, security, transportation, and infection prevention and control measures. The sixth is, travelers must present proof of having reserved and prepaid for their accommodation through ArriveCAN. And last, for number 7, travelers will still be required to complete the remainder of the mandatory 14-day quarantine after their mandatory hotel stopover. Alright, so to know more about the details of these requirements, watch this video as I have mentioned these information for your reference. Alright, so let us now go to step-by-step process how to book for your quarantine hotel accommodation. The first one is, choose your hotel. Once you are coming to Canada, you are required to arrive at the major airports, which are the Montreal Trudeau International Airport, Toronto Pearson International Airport, Calgary International Airport, and Vancouver International Airport. So these are the 4 major airports as a port of entry if you are coming to Canada. And now, these are the approved hotels for quarantine. This list is actually from the CIC. So these are the privately owned but are authorized by the federal government to administer these quarantine stays. The hotel stopover bookings are available by phone only. And remember, bookings can't be done directly with the hotel. Alright, so for the step 2, you need to call to book for your hotel. So once you have chosen your hotel, you can call these number according to your country. So there are toll-free within North America and collect outside of North America. So the regular hours of operations are from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 days in a week. So I suggest preparing at least 2 to 3 preferred hotels just to make sure you have alternative option if, for example, your first option is already full. So according to the feedback, the average waiting time for an agent to be reached is about 3 to 4 hours, but expect the worst. I have a subscriber and commented in the last video about the newest restriction. He mentioned that he didn't like the hotel booking process. He called the hotline for more than 9 hours last February 22nd. And when he finally reached out one of the agents, he told her that his flight will be on February 24th and confirmed the 3-night stay until the 26th. After giving the information, he received an email, but it says in the confirmation, it was booked from March 5th to March 8th. The agent messed it up and didn't know the reason, so he needs to call again. So whenever you spoke to the agent, make sure that all information are correct. Okay, so let's now go to the step 3, which is providing the required details. So you will give your name, date of birth, gender, arrival city and date, payment information, and most probably it's going to be the credit card, special request and accessibility concerns, pet information, and of course your email address. So these are the information that you need to prepare as you will be providing it through phone to the agent. Alright, so let us now go to the last step, in which you will receive a confirmation email. Travelers will receive an email confirmation of their accommodation within 4 hours of booking. So the costs of these hotel stopovers may vary by location. The price will include a cost associated with the food, room, security, transportation, infection, prevention, and control measures. Okay, so we already talked about the step-by-step process in booking for your hotel quarantine accommodation and information about this restriction. And now, let's go with the frequently asked questions about hotel quarantine stopover. And the first most important question, how much will it cost? So, according to the Prime Minister Justin Trudeau last January, the 3-night stay could cost you up to 2,000 Canadian dollars, but it really depends on the hotel. For example, the Acclaim Hotel in Calgary will put you back to 611 Canadian dollars for the full 3 nights, while the Westin in Vancouver costs $1,827. So there are also some hotels that cost from $350 to $400 per night. So it really depends on the hotel that you will be choosing. The second question is, what if the result comes back within a day or 2? Will it be reimbursed? Alright, so the hotels are doing the billing directly, and different hotels will have different rates. So travelers must reserve and pay for the full 3 nights even if their COVID-19 test upon arrival comes back negative within a day or 2. They will not reimburse if they are able to leave early. So it means to say that if you got the result earlier, it's still up to you if you want to stay until the 3rd night since you already paid for it. Alright, so the third question is, what is the food situation? So all meals throughout your stay are covered with your payment. Travelers will receive 3 meals a day delivered to their doors. Please note that alcohol and cannabis are deemed non-essential unless for medical use, and hotels are not required to deliver them to travelers during those 3 nights. The fourth question is, can people go outside? Travelers without symptoms can go outside for a limited and monitored time depending on hotel. You'll be required to wear a mask and stay 2 meters from others while outside. So better ask the hotel personnel what area in the hotel you can go to. So the fifth question is, what are the responsibilities of the travelers? During your stay, you are responsible for the following. The first one is the rules and regulations of the Quarantine Act. Second, instructions provided by the screening officer or quarantine officer when entering to Canada. You must also self-monitor for symptoms of COVID and report daily through ArriveCan. You must also follow the code of conduct of the hotel. You must also pay for all costs associated with the 3-night stay at the hotel, including any damage to the hotel room or property. You must remain in your assigned room unless escorted by an official. Must limit face-to-face contact with others as well. You must always wear a non-medical mask anytime you open your door to receive meals or speak face-to-face with the hotel personnel, or even you are escorted outside the room. Okay, so those are the responsibilities of the travelers. So the next question is, what happens after 3 days of quarantine? So there are 3 scenarios for checking out of the quarantine hotels. The first scenario, once you receive your negative test result, you can call the reception to check out, even if it's before the 3 days are up. If you have an approved quarantine plan, for example, a place to stay away from others for the remaining time of the 14-day minimum, you'll also be allowed to complete the rest of the time there. And if you don't, you will go to a designated federal quarantine facility that is free of charge for the remainder of your 14 days. The second scenario, if you receive a positive test, you're required to stay in your room until a federal official calls you with further instructions regarding where and how to isolate yourself. And the last scenario, if your test is inconclusive or there aren't any results by the end of 3 days, you can also expect a call from a federal official. You may be allowed to return home with your approved quarantine plan, or you may also travel to an approved facility. Alright, so those are the frequently asked questions about the hotel quarantine accommodation or the mandatory hotel stopover. I really hope that this video helps you, especially this is the newest update from the Government of Canada. And if you do, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so that you will be updated every time that I post a video. If you have any questions, concerns, or topic that you want me to discuss, leave a comment down below as well. Again, thank you so much. My name is Jason Jim. See you to my next video. Bye!